Are you an insurance agent that's wondering how many dials you need to do to have a chance of finding power and productivity with final expense telesales? Well, I'm going to dive into this with you. I'm going to help you understand the right metrics so that hopefully you can make money in this amazing profession. Now, I'm also going to share with you 3 tips that are going to help you take it to the next level in this profession so that hopefully you love final expense telesales that much more. So I hope you enjoy this content. Hope you like it. And thank you for hanging with me in this video. I hope it's the very thing you need today. So first off, my name's Jason. I'm your friend in the business. Very blessed to partner with brand new and veteran agents alike, international agencies selling life, Medicare, and annuities shoulder to shoulder in the face-to-face realm, but more importantly, in the telespace. So free resources for your taking at jasonfinalexpense.com. And thanks for joining with us today. So this question gets asked a lot. How many dials do I need to do to have a chance of getting it done and making some money? Well, first off, you've got to understand when you are in a position where you're focusing on the metric, all right, your prioritization right now is a little bit off. And I know that may put you off a little bit to hear that, but it's the truth. I've done this industry a long time. I've been in the insurance industry combined with my telesales background over 2+ decades, 20+ years. And the moment that you're focused on a metric is the very moment that you lose money here, because you need to be dialing, yes, of course, but the moment that your focus is on, I got to get to the next one, the next one, the next one, I'm going to cut this conversation short, that's when most people call it quits. Final expense telesales is a completely different environment to engage in. So you've got to understand you will not be focusing on a metric if you want to have a chance of making money. More dials do equate to more dollars, abso-stinkin-lutely. But with final expense telesales, once a person picks up, prioritization is on the person on the other end of this phone. You cannot be like, oh, wow, I got this person on the phone. I got to get them off the phone fast because I got to move on to my next call because I got to get 200 calls an hour to make my manager happy, or 200 calls in a day. If not, I'm going to get maybe disciplined depending on where you work. All right. You cannot be focusing on a metric. Focus on the person that matters most, and that's the person that picks up the phone. When by an act of goodness, you're dialing for dollars and they pick up, we've got to be deliberate here to focus on the person that we find on the other end of the phone. More raw dials does equate to more raw chances of finding power and productivity and you getting your paper. But with final expense telesales, do not be focusing on the metric. You will not make more, you will make less. So how many dials do you really need to do in a day? Are you ready for the answer? As many as you possibly can until they pick up the phone, and then put all that hustle down and start listening. Start listening, actively listening to this great person, this prospect with final expense telesales that you can then take care of. We've got to put prioritization on people and the person and the problems and everything else that's going to come your way. The path to wealth is not by rushing. So here's the 3 tips if you're ready, and I hope you're liking this content. Thank you to my subscribers out there who are watching as well. So first off, tip number 1, and I'm going to give you 3 if you're taking notes, is we do not rush. Do not rush. Rushing robs so many insurance agents of opportunity. It robs you of everything. You ever been in a store and they're rushing you, or ever been in a conversation and the person won't slow down? They don't listen to you. You know what's going to happen? You're probably going to leave that store and go buy from someone else. This beats up insurance agents. Man, I got to rush to be on that next dial, rush to be on the next dial. My manager, my upline told me, get off to your next call. Slow down. You want to find success? Number 1, understand that rushing will remove the chance of you finding real success in this industry. Final expense telesales is not about force, my friends. It's about finesse. This is why having a good work family is so critical to your capitalizing. You've got to have good people that are speaking life into you in the life insurance space. It's very negative. You need to have crazy level trainers that are translating a very simple business to you in the best way possible. But rushing robs a lot of insurance agents of opportunity, because if you're focusing on, I got to get to my next dial, I got to get to my next dial, you're not doing the most important thing right now. That metric just messed you up. This is my point here. You're going to lose profitability. Rushing always robs you of opportunity in this space. Dial as much as you possibly can. Dial your knuckles off. Just dial, 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 dial. Do more, do more. Do as much as you possibly can. If you're a part-time insurance agent, my friends, you can find success. Look at our agent interviews and testimonials on our playlist here. There's many a part-time agent that does great, but you've got to understand, you've got to put full-time effort into your part-time hours if you want a chance of profitability in this space. But we've got to sincerely be in a place where we are really focused on the person that matters the most, not putting prioritization on a metric, and that metric doesn't matter. It'll mess you up. Don't rush. Tip number one, if you don't take anything else from this video to heart, do not rush, my friends. It will cause failure in so many insurance agents, all right? Number two, the point that I'll share with you is learn to relax. Relax. All right. They're not accepting, okay, water from you, this great wealth of knowledge. And so many insurance agents, we get into a place where we passed our license, we know everything about the product. And then it's like we put fire hose level pressure on these clients, these prospects. This is a lot of new agents will fall victim to this. I got to get my metric. I got to get my numbers. I got to get my numbers. And it's like you start stretching clients and you wonder why all your policies are going non-sufficient funds. You're pressuring people and everything goes pop and everything goes the wrong way. My friends, you got to learn number two. You got to learn point number two to relax. Relax, remove the tension so that you can take that final expense telesales call that much farther. So hopefully you can capitalize by solving the precious client's problems. You've got the product, but it's about listening. It's about hearing them and then helping them. You've got to learn to relax and not have this tension because you're taking all your focus on a useless metric. That metric means nothing. If you talk to 3 people today and you closed 1 or 2 out of those 3 precious conversations, you're going to make paper and you're going to find that you're going to get increased profitability with a final expense telesales career. You're not going to call it quits if you're focusing on the person on the other end of that phone call. Learn to relax and really focus on the problems. And then and only then, if your product is the solution, will you speak about it? You've got to learn. Remember, number 1, don't rush. Number 2, learn to relax and really focus on the consumer, right? This is everything. You want to capitalize in this industry? Yes. Do you need more raw dials? Yes. Is it called dialing for dollars? Absolutely. But then when they pick up, prioritize the person that picks up and let the world burn. Nothing else matters. You want to make money in this industry? Number 1, don't rush. Don't put a prioritization on a useless metric. Focus on the person that matters. I hope you like this content so far. We're going to get to even more points here for you to hopefully take your career to the next level. But number 2, learn to relax. I know we're tense. Oh, I got to make the money. I got to make the money. I got to get more dials in. More. Relax for a second. Take some chamomile tea if you need to. Take a deep breath and relax and recharge your mind so that you can give value to your consumer. You've got to hear what they want you to do for them before we can help them. And this is a lot of insurance agents get this wrong. We rush the lead. We rush the presentation. We maybe skip steps. We take shortcuts and then we come to the end of our day and goes, well, this day was garbage. Well, we've got to get our head right. Mental mind space. Positivity is powerful. But when you rush, you're in a place where it's going to rob you. When you don't relax, you're really just lighting leads on fire. You're cutting things too short. The fuse is too short, just like a firework. You're going to get your hand hurt, right? Or maybe lose fingers. A lot of people lose their careers because they don't relax. They rush. I got to get through my numbers. I got to dial more. And then when a person picks up, they go too fast and then they fail out of the industry. Be careful. Be careful. Learn to relax. Learn to embrace your giftings as you give, not take, but give these great people what they need and then take care of their problems. This is when you take their burdens away. That's what you're here to do. Understand the great things that you're doing. You'll take your career that much farther. All right. So learn to relax. Number 1, don't rush. Don't focus on a metric. Focus on giving more to that person that picks up on the other end of the line. This is going to take you a lot farther, I hope. Number 3, the third point that I'll share with you is you got to focus on your script. And if you're in final expense telesales, your script is your roadmap to give you that chance of hopefully finding the wealth so that you don't get on a detour where you get destroyed. The moment that you get off script, this is where you lose safety. Just like if you're on a road trip and let's say your GPS isn't working, and it's like, oh, there's a bridge. Let me take that. Well, you don't know if the bridge is out or not. Make sure you have proven roadmaps, proven power scripts so that you can find a chance of power and strength. We do a 5-day telemastery program here at jasonfinalexpense.com where we utilize scripting and we practice and we drill and we rehearse so that we're ready for the phone lines, so that we have confidence and competence and can complete a phone call and just handle it with finesse, not force. The moment that you go too fast, you're forcing something. It's like trying to slam a square peg into a round hole, and then you're going to feel robbed if you have a garbage script and you're going to get out of the industry and says this doesn't work. You've got to understand a script gives you security. It gives you strength. It gives you a pathway to success, because the moment that you skip a line or two with a proven system, you're going to have problems. I've done this myself. I've left out a line or two in my career, right? Done this a long time, but in this industry, in the insurance industry, combined with my telesales experience, we're talking 2+ decades, 20+ years. And yes, I've made mistakes too. All right. Many a time have I made a mistake, but if you fix them quickly, you can overcome the odds, overcome the statistics, because when you follow a plan, follow proven processes, true turnkey systems, you've got to be one that follows the systems. You've got to adhere to them, but a script is so important to you finding success. When you get that person on the phone, you're dialing for dollars, be all about that person, but having a system that you follow will help you have the best chance of success, because you will rob yourself when you take a shortcut. You miss one thing in your script. You don't think it's important. I've been popped in the face so many times in my career early on where I forgot to say something. I got sloppy. Well, guess what? I didn't find success on that dial, and that hurt. When you're paying for leads, leads are the lifeblood of this space. And if you need good leads, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. We can get you connected with crazy good resources that can hopefully help you no matter what agency you work with and partner with. We'll help you, my friends. It's important. And I hope you like this content. I hope it's bringing value to you. And share it with a buddy if that would help them as well. But your script is so important that you sincerely have right. You've got to have security, like a roadmap. If you want to make it to your destination in the most efficient and most effective way possible, you're going to use the old Garmin back in the day. Or maybe if you old dogs out there, all right, maybe you use MapQuest, all right, or maybe you used the old mapping systems where you had it on your lap. When I first jumped in this industry, well, guess what? If I was playing face-to-face for a second, going having a paper party, selling life for annuities, the bigger cases, I'd go face-to-face for that as well. And guess what? I had a map printed on my lap before it was not legal. Nowadays, we got GPSs and we've got efficient mapping softwares that save us so much time. Scripts save you headache and heartache as you're dialing to find success in this space. Scripts are important, just like your mapping is important. I'm not saying you may not eventually make it to your destination, but it's going to cost you time. It's going to cost you leads. It's going to cost you learning the hard way if you don't have good proven power scripts, good proven platforms from people that have truly done final expense telesales successfully in their careers. Be careful of the scripts that you use. Your map is everything. When you have good systems in play, when you have bad systems in play, your chance of success is diminished in this industry. So have a good script, but follow it. It'll help you find success. Don't skip steps. Make sure you follow what you have, and this will hopefully help you find success. But more importantly, take care of the problems that these prospects have. Now, for you face-to-face final expense insurance agents, I want to give you a nugget if you're still watching at this point in the video. And I appreciate you face-to-face final expense and annuity agents in our agency as well. But a face-to-face insurance agent should rush the call. You hear that? You should rush the call. You're not trying to build trust or emotion or value. You're just trying to set an appointment. So for you face-to-face appointment setters out there that are just trying to get a time nailed down so that you can get your dollars by taking care of their problems, okay? Be clear. Be brief, be gone. The less you talk, the better. Set that appointment like Ron Poe peels chicken and move on. When you get into the home, that's where you're not going to rush. When you get in that home, that's when you're going to relax. When you get home, that's when you're going to really focus on what they want you to do for them. That is everything with face-to-face. All right, insurance sales. You should rush that phone call. Be clear, be brief, be gone. Your only purpose is to set that appointment. That's it. So, success for a face to face insurance agent is completely different than a final expense telesales agent. Final expense telesales is all about finesse. This is why you need a 5-day telemastery program. You need people that are powerful professionals that have done this for a long, long time, not a post C-word agency that doesn't have a foundation of success. Vet your trainers, vet your agency, make sure there's processes and turnkey systems so that you, my friends, can take your careers to the very next level. This is an amazing space, but 90% of the agent force fails because of sometimes rejection, sometimes of bad scripts, believe it or not, bad systems. Agencies are like, watch a bunch of videos. Here's a free script. Hope you make it. Here's a trainer or two that maybe didn't have much street cred. And then you wonder why you call it quits. It's a rejecting negative airspace. Keep a positive way about you, and you may just have what it takes to make the wealth. If you need any resources, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. We'll help you. I appreciate you watching this content. I hope it brings you value today. And if you've got anything that we can help you with, we absolutely will. We'll see you soon, my friends, and I appreciate you.